Every time you snap a KitKat bar in half, that crisp sound doesn't just signal a sweet break time, it echoes nearly a century of history. Beneath the smooth layer of chocolate that envelopes the golden crunchy wafer lies a process executed with meticulous precision, from the closely guarded secret recipe to the state-of-the-art machines running non-stop. Today, we're stepping inside the factory to uncover the full journey behind the creation of 8 million KitKat bars every single day.
Have a break. Have a KitKat.
The journey to crafting KitKat's signature chocolate flavor begins in West Africa, where endless cacao fields stretch under the tropical sun. In July, as the cacao pods ripen under the intense heat, farmers start the harvest season. They hand-pick each pod with care, making sure not to damage the precious cacao beans inside. After harvesting, the beans are removed and neatly laid out on large drying mats. For 8 days under the blazing tropical sun, the outer shell gradually firms up, protecting the rich aroma within. From here, the cacao beans embark on the next stage, a rigorous inspection process before entering the production facility. They undergo a series of strict tests to ensure they meet high standards. Only beans that pass checks for moisture, size, texture, and aroma are selected. Lower quality beans are discarded immediately. Finally, experts assess the fragrance to ensure each cacao bean exudes the pure, distinctive aroma that will become the soul of a KitKat bar. When the sacks of cacao beans arrive at Hershey's modern factory, they begin an hours-long process in preparation for their remarkable transformation into KitKat's silky-smooth chocolate coating. The first step is cleaning. The raw cacao sacks are emptied onto massive conveyor belts that carry them to the cleaning station. Their specially designed rotating drums gently tumble the beans so they rub against each other, loosening the outer shells. At the same time, powerful air jets blow away dust-broken shells and any remaining impurities. The result: clean, intact cacao beans ready for the next stage. Next comes the trial by fire roasting. The cacao beans are placed into giant roasters, which work much like coffee roasters, but require far greater precision. The exact roasting temperature and time are trade secrets fiercely guarded by Hershey and Nestlé, as even a difference of just a few degrees or minutes can completely alter the flavor. Over the course of nearly an hour, the beans' deep, rich aroma is awakened, filling the entire factory. After about an hour, once the beans have reached their perfect roast, they are crushed in large grinding machines. This process breaks down the bean structure, releasing natural cocoa butter and transforming the mixture into a smooth, thick substance known as chocolate liquor. Despite its name, it contains no alcohol, though the richness of its flavor might make you think otherwise. Next, the cacao mass is fed into a massive hydraulic press. Under intense pressure, every precious drop of cocoa butter is extracted, leaving behind pure cacao cakes perfectly round, weighing about 15 pounds each. This is the very essence of the cacao bean, holding all of its deep aroma and rich, distinctive flavor. These golden brown blocks are then finely ground once more, transforming into smooth cocoa powder, the core ingredient behind the unmistakable chocolate taste of the iconic KitKat. From here, the fine cocoa powder is transferred into a high-capacity mixer. Pure cocoa butter is added for richness, followed by milk powder to enhance creaminess, sugar for sweetness, and a touch of vanilla to balance the flavor. Lecithin, an emulsifier, is added last to ensure all the ingredients blend perfectly. This is the secret to KitKat's special chocolate flavor. The mixture is blended in a large mixer, continuously rotating until it becomes a smooth chocolate mass. This mass then moves on to conching, a multi-hour process where mechanical arms constantly stir, polish, and refine the texture. Heat from the friction melts the cocoa butter, transforming the mixture from powder into a glossy, silky liquid. It's at this point that KitKat's flavor reaches its perfect harmony of aroma, richness, and sweetness. Finally comes tempering, the precise cycle of heating and cooling. The chocolate is warmed until completely melted, then cooled to about 81 °C before being gently reheated. This controls the formation of cocoa crystals, giving the chocolate its alluring shine, a gentle snap when bitten, and that melt-in-your-mouth sensation. If the chocolate coating is the soul of KitKat, then the crisp wafer is its backbone, holding everything together and creating that signature crack when you snap it in half. The process of making it begins in massive flour silos outside the factory, where the ingredient is transported in through a sealed pipe system. The flour is fed into high-capacity mixers, combined with sugar, vegetable oil, water, and a few secret ingredients Nestlé has never revealed. Crucially, just the right amount of yeast is added to wake up the dough, creating countless tiny air bubbles. During the 30-minute resting period, the yeast consumes sugar and releases carbon dioxide. These very bubbles form the light, crisp texture that gives every bite of KitKat its satisfying crunch. Once the dough reaches perfection, smooth, creamy streams of batter are pumped into rectangular baking molds through highly precise nozzles. Each mold has a distinctive diagonal pattern, helping the wafer grip the chocolate while also giving each layer its strength. The top mold presses gently down, spreading the batter evenly before the entire system moves through a 100-foot-long oven. The molds are then baked at high heat between 350 and 400 degrees for about 30 seconds. This intense heat quickly bakes the thin biscuit layers, locking in their delicate flavor while creating their signature crispness. After baking, the wafers are sent to a cooling section where a smart space-saving spiral design allows them to cool gradually from the outside in keeping their crunch perfectly intact. By the time they reach the bottom of the tower, the wafer sheets are ready to meet the freshly prepared silky chocolate coating, kicking off the assembly stage where KitKat truly comes to life. As soon as the wafer sheets leave the cooling tower, one of KitKat's secrets begins to take shape, the smooth chocolate filling in the middle. Its ingredients aren't just chocolate and sugar, but also finely ground imperfect KitKat bars from earlier in production, known in the factory as reworks. This ensures the flavor and texture between the wafer layers are perfectly consistent. On the production line, the wafers are stacked in a precise sequence, one layer of chocolate filling. Then another wafer repeated until the familiar structure is formed, 3 wafer layers with 2 layers of filling in between. They then pass through a cooling chamber, allowing the filling to set, so the layers stick firmly together while staying perfectly crisp. Once cooled, a robotic arm equipped with suction grippers lifts and neatly stacks the wafer sheets, after which precision blades swiftly slice them into perfectly portioned bars, the exact size we all know and love. In the blink of an eye, fully formed, KitKat bars appear lined up neatly on the conveyor belt, ready for the next stage of their journey. Next comes the most spectacular moment. The wafer strips are sent to the chocolate coating area. Here, high-speed machinery puts on an incredible show, with hundreds of molds filled every minute, producing over 200,000 chocolate bars a day. Warm, glossy liquid chocolate flows evenly from the pouring system, completely covering the surface of each wafer. One layer coats the bottom, another flows over the top, and finally, a finishing layer creates that signature smooth, shiny shell. Special scraping blades remove any excess chocolate, ensuring a flawless surface and crisp, clean edges. It's hard to resist the temptation of this process. The sight of molten chocolate meeting crisp wafer is like a dance on your taste buds, making you want to grab a fresh KitKat straight off the line. Before they ever reach a store shelf, each KitKat bar must pass a strict quality inspection. Even the smallest crack or air bubble in the chocolate coating is enough to be rejected from the line. But nothing goes to waste. These imperfect bars are finely ground and recycled into chocolate filling for the next batch of KitKats. The perfect bars, however, continue down the modern packaging line, ready to be wrapped in their iconic red packaging. High-speed robotic arms first wrap each bar in shiny foil, then add the signature red wrapper before grouping them into multi-packs or large cartons. Automated pallets neatly stack the boxes and move them into a fully robot-managed storage facility. The KitKat bars are now ready to begin their journey into the hands of chocolate lovers everywhere. From the sun-drenched cacao fields of West Africa, through the skilled hands of farmers, to the precision machinery of Hershey, every KitKat bar is the result of a long, meticulous journey. The perfect harmony of smooth chocolate and crisp wafer offers more than just a snack. It's a break-time moment millions look forward to every day. Now snap a KitKat in half and enjoy that satisfying crunch. Do you like to eat your KitKat layer by layer, or take a bite straight through? Share your answer in the comments. And if you're curious about how a McDonald's hamburger is made, check out our next video. The link is in the pinned comment. See you next time.